Okay, I think that is going to be going live. It's been a little while. If my voice sounds weird, nobody can say anything. I talked a lot at Adepticon. I ran a lot of Snack 28 demos, so I don't want to hear it if my voice sounds scratchy, if it sounds weird, if it sounds cool, you can tell me. Um, but yeah, if it's a little off, we're dealing with what we got. So, that's cool. I'm just letting folks know that I am streaming. Uh, and hopefully people will check it out. Stop by and say hello. Um, and have a good time. I'll show you what I got. I'll tell you about um the things that I bought, the things that I saw. Um, you know, just having a good time. If you have questions about Adepticon, I'll do my best to answer them. Um, and it'll just be a fun time. I'm trying to remember all of the places that I can post that I am streaming now because it's been a little while. So I apologize. I should post on Instagram, but I am actively using my phone to stream this. So Instagram just not going to happen today. It's just going to be for people I know from Discord and YouTube and all that cool stuff. I did bother to grab my water bottle beforehand and then totally forgot where I set it down, which means that this is already going fantastic and perfectly according to plan. But I have found an old water bottle that I had lying around, so we will still be fine. Excellent. Okay, we can get started. Hi. Can everybody hear me? Like, my voice is happening, right? I see Ano and Roz and Sarah. Welcome. Thanks for lurking. Come on in. I cleared off my desk. Hi, Cameron. Cool. Rad. Awesome. Hopefully the audio is good and doesn't suck because I don't want to have to adjust it. Ugh. All right. I probably have. I'm a little quiet, but I'm always a little quiet. Well, sorry about that. I don't want to talk any louder than this. So that's, I guess that's just, I guess my voice is just quiet. Or I could sit closer to the mic. That'd probably help. Yeah, Josh, you're late. I probably have way too much crap that I bought to get through because I haven't even looked at like what a proper haul would be. For me, I haven't unboxed or unpacked everything. So we'll get rolling here. This one should be obvious. Like, nobody should be surprised that I picked up a Rascal Town Goblin. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. Louise's stuff is cool, and I like goblins. Um, I don't know if we'll like unbox everything, but this one we can get out of the packaging. He's beautiful. He's so cute. He's holding a little frog, and the frog is also a wizard. I have no idea what I'm going to use him for. Potentially I'll just paint him for display because I don't think any of any of the games that I play would use a model at this scale, although I guess he could be, as everything can double as in my life these days, a Snack 28 monster, so like maybe. But he's super cute and I love him and can't wait to paint him up. I don't know when I'm painting any of this, by the way, so don't ask me when I'm actually going to get round to any of it because I don't have an answer. I simply do not know. So that was definitely one of my first purchases. My friends were getting into a game called Rumble Slam, and kind of without me even knowing it, I bought a model for it because it was a pinata. Um, and the face, which you can't see like super, super good through the packaging, but it's making a very silly expression. And it looks like it has like ribbons with candy spilling out of them. I guess that's like on the art and stuff. Um, but that was a miniature that I thought I could paint up also probably for Snack 28. So I picked that one up. Um, I thought he was super cute and super fun. Ugh, okay. What else can I dig out of my backpack? Okay, cool. You're gonna see a lot of like trolls this year. I don't know why everybody was making trolls. But as always, Trent Miscast is selling stuff out of his backpack. And when he showed me this friendly little man, I was like, yes, I absolutely have to have this guy. So I bought him, and he's adorable. And I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet, but I'm really excited. He's such a friend. And Trent rarely sculpts a friend as opposed to a fiend, so it was very exciting for me to have a friendly guy. This is a bag of lizards and skinks, it looks like. There was a big, not the bits market that people who have gone to previous Adepticons may recall. There was just a bunch of people in an alley who brought stuff to trade. Um, and I don't know, these seem silly, and I've never painted much in the Seraphon range. I painted a Blood Bowl team, but like they've been stolen. I gifted them to my friend for Blood Bowl because I wasn't using them. So now I have new lizards that can maybe be painted one day. I always think that I'm gonna paint lizards. Lizards exist in my mind as a thing that I might get around to at one point in time. Hi, Thomas! Yeah, Snack 28 was a big hit. I was super hype about it. Thanks for dropping by. Adepticon was fantastic. I know I have no energy in my voice to communicate it right now, but Adepticon was great. Um, at the Hive Scum podcast booth, they were selling what I can only refer to as a tooth raffle, where for $5 you got to pull a tooth, a fake, I hope, tooth out of a box, and based on the color of the tooth, you won a random prize. I got a black tooth, which I meant to give to Terran all of Adepticon, and I never remembered to. And then this was separate. Somebody gave me that head, and I genuinely don't remember who sculpted it. And I feel bad about that. But I met so many people that I can't remember everything. But it's just like a weird melty head. I guess I could stick him on this troll body, but I like the troll head. And inside the prize that I won is just some crab claws and fish. It's just a random assortment. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with this. But I don't know, raffles are fun and it was stupid. Miscast said he had a gift for me, and this gift ended up being this incredible teddy bear miniature. He's a little metal teddy bear with a crown and a sword and a shield, and I also love him. Uh, and so I'm very happy about that. We're doing like stickers at the end because I have 6,000 of them. And that's mostly what I'm reaching into my backpack and pulling out at this moment. Okay. I got another non-surprising one. I don't paint much with Pro Acryl, but I wasn't not gonna get Louise's paint set because I'm a big fan. So I got the Rogue Hobbies paints. Um and they're super bright colors, so I should be able to find uses for them. That shouldn't that shouldn't be any strain to figure out. Let's see. Okay. In my backpack left, there's my painting handle and a bunch of random hobby supplies and measuring tape and nothing. Oh, hang on. Yep, there's still shit in here that we gotta go through. Lots of people brought genuinely just things that they had made. I have no idea, um, what I'm gonna do with this little guy, but I did see him and instantly need him. So I traded something for him or maybe purchased him. Genuinely do not remember. Okay, I'm just setting down all the stickers so we can go through them at the end and put them up on my door. This was cool as fuck. These are, uh, it looks like from X Obscurus miniatures. They're heart-shaped bases, which is something that's probably incredibly easy to 3D print, but also I never thought of and is the cutest little thing ever. I love these. They're so cute. Am I talking in the wrong direction? Yeah, probably I am. Thank you, Cameron. Well, my mic has a very short cord. Here, if I move it over here, is this better? Is this better for your ASMR? Can you hear me better now? Cameron's just gonna bully me the entire stream. Am I gonna paint a crayon knight? Atomic Topher? Probably not. Genuinely probably not. Alright. Big bag of random stuff. This is all stuff, I believe, that was acquired from that trading night. This is a miniature that I got for Cameron, who's currently bullying me live on stream. But this was a Seraphon model that someone had, that I thought looked like he was saying, let's fucking go, which is what, Cameron always says to me. And it gets me really hyped up and makes me feel good about myself, actually. So I wanted him to have a cheerleader for, the Blood Bowl army. So I got this for you, Cameron. And I'm gonna put this right next to my Moomin piggy bank, above where I paint. So hopefully I remember to give that to you. It's called heckling if you're live. Okay, fair enough. What else have I got in here? I have a badger, a metal badger miniature from Badger Games. No, from Old Guard Games. Or Badger, both of them, from both of them. And he's got a little Viking helmet on, and he has a flag in his teeth. He's very cute. I traded a plastic clown head cake topper for this bit that I don't know what it is, but looked like it could be made into a cute robot. Hang on, maybe, where's the... I actually got a fantastic idea just now. We could put these crab claws on this robot, and I think that would be very cute. So that's a thought. The initials RK are on the bottom of this. I should remember who made this fantastic little goblin out of Sculpey clay. And had like a whole bag full. These were super cute, and I love that I got one. This is from Paige, PMC illustration. Just a bright pink little guy. I have no idea. I think this might have started life as a squig. But it's probably one of Paige's original sculpts. Paige is incredibly talented, and I'm very lucky to have this. This is a Trench Crusade guy. Again, there are a lot of just trades happening. I was like, sure, why not? I think I traded this for a miniature that is just like a Chessex dice dressed up as a little bard that I was literally never gonna paint. I might paint this at some point in time. People are interested in Trench Crusade. Josh better be in the chat, because this was one of the things that Trent from Miscast brought to trade, and it is actually the Chicken Knight that you've been making jokes about me painting a Chicken Knight for like ages, and I have one now. It's giving like Robin Hood, like Disney's Robin Hood animated animal character, so I like it a lot. Oh my god, this is like one of my favorite things. Again, this is still trading and not purchases from the vendors hall. I gotta look up their Instagram because the person who made these, I specifically was like, I'm gonna message you because I'm gonna want to talk about this and paint this, and I know I'm gonna, have to, tag you and stuff, and I don't want to forget who you are. So I'm looking through my Instagram messages, because I specifically did this so I wouldn't forget. Yeah. Let me post a link. It's awake Godant, like didn't, but with God as the did part. I could have probably described that word in a better way. But I'm posting a link to their Insta in the chat. Go follow. Because this is incredible. And this isn't the only, yeah. So there's this screaming horrible squig and this kind of delightful little bell that has also got a face on it. I don't know what or when I'm gonna do anything with these, but I love them both dearly. And they're fantastic. And I hope that this sculptor keeps making stuff because it's really fun. One of Zambi's children, traded this foot to me. It's just a leg with a foot for a bit that I had. I don't even remember what it was. And then later kit bashed that bit onto a dinosaur kit bash that Terran from Conjured Craft made. So I have this foot now. I've got this cool metal goblin with a pitchfork. This is another bit that I stole from Trent. I think I actually just said, I'm taking this now, and he didn't stop me, because he bought a bunch of stuff to get rid of. It's a sad frog. He won't miss it. This is another bit that, this one Trent actually did give me. It's like a little goblin guy. I'll use that for something, probably. Can maybe ride on that little frog. Oh, this is something I had wanted forever. I love how fucked up and stupid these spider goblins look. I'm probably gonna repaint this, and he's pretty good now. This isn't a bad color scheme, but I love that I have this now. Someone had a knight faceplate, and I love painting these. I didn't get, spoiler, didn't get another knight, so there's that, but I do have this at least. I got this weird metal alien guy. I don't know what he's from or what he is. But I did see him and go, yeah, I gotta have that. Another lizard? I guess lizards were a thing I was interested in. Another miscast bit, but this time in clear resin. This looks like a pineapple gummy bear, and I'm gonna do my best to have it retain some of that, and yes, probably will also use it for Snack 28. Another lizard. And then a guy. A guy in a suit, probably connected to a, like, Gundam that no longer... I think I can use the shoes and put some silly face on the top. This was from Trent. Sometimes Trent just gives you things and you gotta roll with it. Also, I kept all these bits in this really cute Sanrio Ziploc bag that I'm gonna find a use for because it's adorable. How are we doing? How we doing? Yeah, yeah, you can have some of those lizards, Cameron. You can have some lizards. I think in the back of my mind, I was like, Cameron likes lizards, so I should grab a couple. Okay, that was everything except stickers that was in my backpack, so now I gotta grab the next bag of stuff. Oh, hang on. Or what can I grab that's easily on the floor? Sick. Book Gnome Rob. There you go. There's a link. Actually not only gave me these, incredible pieces that look like cookies in this bag, but I think they're just, like, casts. But also, gave me something else that you guys will see a little bit later. But these are pretty cool, too. I have no idea what I'm gonna use those for. Taryn, was bringing everybody, that asked for them some bits from their old collection, and said that it would be really funny if I made a candy mech out of some of these. So I have these half kit bashed, half not robot bits that I will hopefully do something with, but honestly have no idea when I'll use. I did hear that there might be a game, though, where you need to make a frog that also has a cannon, so maybe this thing, at least, will get some use. We'll see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with that. For being in Goobertown, um, we got these thick coasters at, like, the Goobertown group dinner, or maybe handed out, so much has happened. But I do love this. It's a 3D printed, like, coaster, and it proves that I was, in fact, at Adepticon 2025, so that's pretty sick. I did also get one of the Stampin' Plate kits that Goblin Hobbies, not just Goobertown, because apparently that's a branding issue that everybody's only giving Brent credit for this and not Casey. But I did get one of their new Stampin' kits. We can open it up if you want to take a look. But this is... I tried it out. It's not hard. It was very easy, so I don't think people will have too many issues with it. I think it would be nice if I could paint checkerboard a bit faster, so... don't worry, this won't replace the incredible amount of needless freehand that I do in my life. Even slightly, but it will maybe make painting numbers and checkers and things like that a little bit faster. But yeah, 2 colors, the little stamper, the little scraper, and some plates. I need to get some isopropyl alcohol, but that should be easy enough to find. This is actually pretty well packaged. Like, everything fits in here. Oh, and they say Goblin Hobbies on the back. That's cute. Everything fits in the kit nicely. Someone thought about packaging design, so that's nice to see. They could have just shoved it, like, loose in a box with, like, kind of like... Not that this isn't well packaged, but, you know, that's just... It's not custom designed for the thing inside, so that's cool. That's cool. It is cool to take a tool from another from another industry and use it for minis. That's very cool. Is this empty? Yes. This is an empty tin that used to hold all the 3D prints of miniatures that didn't sell at an art market and used to make me sad, and now it's just the candles from the cupcake models that snapped off when I closed the lid. But they all got taken, and I'm very happy about it. This is an art print. There were tons of different, like D&D spells and stuff like that. It looks like maybe Havoc's library is the I think these were from, it looks like it's from Tariq Havoc of Havoc's library. And I chose Find Familiar because I always choose that when playing Baldur's Gate. No matter how stupid it is or useless, I like having a little guy. So I felt that this was appropriate, and also it has a cat on it and a frog, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna put this up in the studio probably. This incredible Cats I've Seen zine. We love that. By Jay Murdoch, which just has literal cats that have been seen. And I love it. It's simple. It's cute. I love anything with a cat on it. I also got this Bloodworks Urban Vampire role-playing from BBGT, which is another zine. And I got this because A, vampires, but also because the art in it is, like, really shitty at times, and I find it endearing. Like, shitty parentheses affectionate. Like, this would be the kind of stuff that I would doodle when really, really bored and first learning how to, like, draw. But it's, like, so earnestly done that I adore it. I don't know if I'll ever get round to playing Bloodworks. I hope that I do. But I did just want to support this because it's weird and silly and cute, and I liked it a lot. Like, there's just something about it that I look at these and it's like, yeah, that's kind of as good as I would be able to draw a gun because I don't really draw guns, and it makes me very happy. Also, I mean, the cover is dope as hell. Um, and it's very, it's just cool. Big boy game time. That's the uh that's the person who made it, who was hanging out a lot in the same circles that we were. I did pick up this Twice Made Once Forgotten zine from the Hive Scum booth, which I mostly got because I really liked the art. But it's about, like, some belief, like, yeah, systems for character making for, like, NPCs and stuff. So that's neat. I haven't really read through it. Mostly I got it because the art on the cover was cool, and I try to support stuff that just looks interesting. It was an impulse purchase on the first day, and I don't regret it. Okay, now I actually do need to stand up and grab stuff because all my other stuff is slightly further in this room. I'm still here. I'm very much still here. Okay, everything else should be within grabbing distance now, so we should be good. We should be good. Hopefully stuff's not too off screen. Hang on, let me freaking adjust this camera. They did upgrade the Droid Cam app, so, like, theoretically stuff could work better, but who knows. Who knows? Yeah, okay. That's not bad. You can see the hull coming together. All right. The next thing that I got was Matt Ross and Trent Miscast's art book. Um a small percentage because I wanted the weird miniature that came with it, but also just because it's really cool that something like this is out there. It's literally just pictures of cool projects, and I like stuff like that. Like, I'll have fun looking through it for like weird inspiration and stuff like that. I picked up Hobgoblin as well because I was promised a demo of it last year and had a demo, and it was actually as easy to learn and play as I was promised. It's a like as far as I understand, it's a rank and flank style game, or at least you have like a lot of miniatures in trays. I don't remember much about the setting, but a couple of my other friends were interested, so maybe I will start doing a Hobgoblin project because I think it would be fun to have a bunch of Snack 28 miniatures all ranked up. Um, that would be kind of cute. Let's see, what else do we got here? This was another thing that I got. Legitimately with the bits trading that was happening, I think someone just wanted like half a sprue for this entire Gundam. It is a RXO Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode Full Psychic Frame Prototype Mobile Suit. 1144 RX0 Titanium Finish. It's a high grade, I think is what the HG is for. I don't know anything about this guy, but the colors looked shiny and fun, and I mean, it's cool. Why the fuck not? You know, I've built a Gundam before. I can build another Gundam. I'm gonna put the Gundam over to the side, because if I put it here, it's gonna take up the entire table, and that will maybe not be the most productive thing in the world. This is a Star Wars Shatterpoint box that I traded for because my friend Jeremy wanted it. I don't know anything about these characters, and frankly, I do not care too much. This is the one that Jeremy wanted. Shout out to Soda for recognizing it and helping trade for it. I hope you have fun painting this, Jeremy, when I eventually make it to, when I make Cameron or Josh take me to the post office to send this to you. You'll get it eventually. At one point, they were done with all the paints that they were using at the painting booth. So I have a bunch of free GW paint that I now just have. My friends grabbed me, I shit you not, 4 Gauss Blaster Greens, which is my favorite GW paint color. So big ups on that. Won't have to buy that for a while. I also now have, it looks like 2, Scrag Browns, which I use for chocolate, and a Mornfang Brown, always useful. Sorry, 2 Mornfang Browns. So this already has saved me so much money, which is sick as hell. I've got some Blue Horror. I've got some Blue Horror. Guess what? Some more Blue Horror. I've got some Hoeth Blue. Some Elysian Green. Hexwraith Flame, which is the only contrast in the lot, I think. Some Underhive Ash. And one more, Scrag Brown. So, that's decent. That cost me $0, and in GW money, that's probably, I want to say that's at least $40, but I'm very bad at math. So, I don't know. But someone who's smarter than me and better at math than me can probably tell you. Now we're on to some of the really cool stuff. Not that this all wasn't cool, but stuff that was gifted to me, by people and, made me very emotional. I'll probably get a little bit emotional seeing it again. This we're gonna save. I want to open that a little bit later. But Clay, I think his Instagram is like stop motion Clay miniatures or something. It might be it's got stop motion and Clay as like a pun. I'll look it up. Cause that deserves to be credited. Hang on. I can find it. I can find the Instagrams. I have Instagram right here. Oh, come on. The guy who made a game called like Threatenosity, or something like that. I'm trying to find him. Super Claymation! That's what it is. Clay. Hell yeah. Found it. Knew I could. I was stressed for a second there, I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew you'd be on it, Roz, but I found it. Found it. Super Claymation, was super cool. Honestly, one of the nicest people I'd met and played a demo of Snack 28 besides. But gifted me the Monster Mash, the Snack 28 Monster Bash, whatever the fuck we call that competition. Their entry that they didn't get finished, I believe, in time to submit for the contest, but did bring to me. I love this so much. I'm keeping this forever, and I only cried about it a little bit. And then our same friend, Book Gnome Rob, brought me also the things, these little cookie guys that had been part of their Snack 28 Monster Mash entry. I love this sweet little sleepy tiger face guy especially much. They're so cute, and it's like insane how well these go with that monster despite them being from two totally different people. So I don't know what kind of like Snack 28 fate was working in both of these creators' favor, but it looks like these were intended to fight each other, and that is not at all. They're from separate people. I can make them kiss, which is fun. But yeah, these are incredible. I can't believe I got people who had played or made stuff from Snack 28 showing up to actually like see Snack 28 demos. That was wild and insane and so cool and nice and fun and rad and every other adjective that I can think of. Gotta make sure not to put this box on stream because it may have someone's address on it. This was the miniature that came with the art book, the miscast, and Matt Ross art book. He's a weird guy on a fish, and I needed him. I absolutely needed him. I love him. He's perfect. He's got a little X on his shield, which is so fun. I'm gonna put him over here with all my other weirdos. You know I had to do it as well. This is from our boy $1 Billion Clown Farm. It's a bucket troll. He looks so stupid and happy and sad, and he's got a butt, and a dumb expression on his face. And, there's a big stupid backstory that Billion Dollar Clown Farm wrote on the back. I love it. This is fantastic, and I'm very lucky that I ran into Tyler and got one. Trent from Miscast also brought me these tiny cakes. This one and the one that I just launched onto my floor. And this one, which looks like it has little chili peppers on the top, more so than little fruits, but, like, I love that. And Trent had said something like, you're the only person I think that they make these tiny food things for. And there's some little jellies, too. So I have all those. They make me happy. Let's see. Okay, so I did meet and talk to Louise Sugden, and she did give me this incredible 3D print of this little mushroom, and I'm ridiculously I what can I say? She's my favorite painter, and I've looked up to her for ages, and to actually be able to, like, have a conversation and a rapport and, like, hang out and just feel like we're friends, it's crazy. She's so nice. And then I was able to give her a cast of one of the Snack 28 miniatures and a copy of Snack 28. And when I did that, she gave me for free this sick Rogue Hobbies patch and these amazing Rogue Hobbies pink dice, which are so cute and absolutely gonna match all of the other dice that I have because the colors are just wicked. And then the other thing that I bought at the Bits Market, was something that Nick from Niche Crafts did not want to fly home with. But I think is sick as hell. If you've watched Nick's latest video, then you'll be somewhat familiar with this incredible Studio Ghibli inspired robot guy who does have a bead stuck in him so he rattles. I love this thing. I think it's so cool. Nick's art is, like, so interesting and fun to look at, and I don't feel like he gets the appreciation for all the hard work that he deserves because he makes cool, weird, fun stuff that never has the word Warhammer in it, so it's probably not gonna do as well. But, like, mad respect for that. This guy is, like, fully posable, too. I don't know where I'm gonna, like, put him in my house, but I just want him to, like, loom and be hanging out and doing cool stuff. Yeah, I'm sure Nick will talk more about that and how that all went down at some point, but I'm very happy to have that for free with purchase. I also got a box of all of the stuff that Nick didn't want. So I have this thing with a bunch of arms, this troll thing, like a ton of plastic dinosaur toys, this rabbit, and a loose tank tread, which is great. We love a loose tank tread. But yeah, this is pretty sick, low-key. And then, Nick brought this for me. I had seen this guy made, on one of his videos, and I wanted him so bad because I think this is just the epitome of little guy. This is a teacup goblin who has, like, 8 teacups stacked on top of his tiny head, and is holding a little teacup and a spoon. And I thought it was the cutest thing. And I said, hey, if you ever want to sell that, I will super buy it. Because at one point, Nick was, like, taking sculpt commissions to afford to go to Adepticon. And Nick was like, yeah, I'm probably never going to get around to painting this. So I have a miniature that I saw once for, like, 30 seconds on a video and adored. And he's mine now. And I'm going to paint him and put him on a little base. And he's so cute. Ugh. So that's most of the haul. The only other part of the haul is so big that he would not fit on this desk. It is incredible. So we kind of have to go to him. which does mean potentially leaving my mic behind. But I don't know how else I would be able to fit him. I'll carry him in here, actually. We'll see if we can do that. No, it's not any of you. Oh, I'm back. So, an incredibly generous, wonderful person named Sarah 3D printed me this incredible giant all sorts who will not fit on this camera this way. If my studio is messy and any of you judge me for it, we're not doing streams anymore, so don't look. But here he is. Here's the boy. He's huge. He's incredible. He's amazing. I don't know how to process the fact that I own this thing. It's incredible. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's big. He's so cool. Don't look at all my Arizona green tea cans. Don't look at me either. Jesus. Why did that camera flip? Get out of here. Get out of here. Flip back around. Forbidden. Cursed. Please turn around, camera. They changed the app, so I'm really annoyed. With that, I must have hit that by accident. Thank you. Complete unit. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Ugh. So yeah, that is all of the stuff that I got from Adepticon, except for the sticker roundup. So we'll go through those. Show you what I picked up. Who I met. Oh, also this was a free mini from the Mordheim table. I don't know that I'll ever paint him because he's just a human and I don't paint humans. So that's almost inevitably going to be traded at some point in time. That's just a fact. I'm sorry, I don't like humans in miniature format. I think we can all agree with this sticker from Holy Fire Them, which says paint fast, eat ass, and bash fash, which is fun. I saw this on somebody's water bottle, walking around, and I was like, that's a great sticker, and now I have it. Hive Scum sticker. This incredibly cursed Hobbit sticker. Some assembly required a podcast for by hobbyists for hobbyists. Check it out. I don't know. This is from Caffeinated Miniatures. Fuck Work Let's Riot is a great sticker. Tariq has a cute sticker. That's a business card, so I'm not gonna put that up there. Fuck. I cannot read text. I know this logo because I see it on my Instagram all the time, but I don't know which way those letter goes in this moment where my brain isn't good. So I'm sorry, but that is a person that I follow. This might be Holy Fire Them. Yeah, it is Holy Fire Them. Okay, same person then. Trent didn't give me a sticker, but did give me a, like, 3D print stencil that says miscast, so I can just stencil miscast on stuff, which is cool. Witty gave me a Little Goblin sticker, and a Night Thirst sticker, and another Witty sticker, and also another one. I got this sick Protect Your Friends trans sticker, I think from Elliot, who used art by Sean Sutter. I can't read text that looks like that right now. Rage Creating gave me this incredible not sure what Warhammer is, but I'm having a great time sticker. This is Clay's sticker for Thren Odyssey, Super Claymation's game, which is sick. This is the unofficial, well, I guess it's the unofficial official Art Goblin sticker. I don't know who gave me this, but Mordheim sticker is sick as hell. I got a Paint Me Like One of Your Escher Girls sticker. I got this, Pickle Breath, I think, miniature sticker, which has a drawing of a dick on the back of it, because every time Pickle Breath Miniatures was handing out stickers, there was a raffle element to it, and I drew one, which just had a drawing of a dick on it, and it said big prize on the back, and I was like, I don't think I want this, please no. But it turned out to just be like skeleton miniature with gems set in the eyes, that I did not like, and I did absolutely later trade for this guy, so it all worked out in the end. It all worked out fine, which was really what we were worried about. A $1 billion clown farm sticker. This shiny sticker, which there is no text on, and I do not know what it is from. Bloodworks, Sure Hope It Does. Or, excuse me, Sure Hope It Do, which is an incredible sticker. Another Night Thirst sticker. I met Witty multiple times. This is just a, Lictor advertisement, which is, Jamie Dagger's new game. This is a Bloomborough art card that was in my backpack that got mixed in with my stickers. This is another caffeinated miniature sticker. And this is a sticker that says Lictor damn near killed her, which I immediately sent to my friend Mark, who makes 2 million jokes like that, and they always make me sad. But this is not sad as in, like, depressed, but sad as in, like, god damn it. And then I also have a Lictor sticker sheet. And I think that is it. That is my Adepticon 2025 haul. And it took me almost a full hour to go through everything. I hope you guys are impressed with the fact that very little of it is stuff that I purchased with money, and most of it is stuff that I traded for or purchased from people who were not necessarily licensed vendors of the con, but were absolutely selling stuff in back alleys, which is a fun place to get miniatures if you're at Adepticon. The Snack 28 gifts, insane. I have to talk about how incredible it was to have people play Snack 28, like, come to Snack 28 demos, and I don't know how to do that. On the day that I was like, I'm running demos this day for sure, I got there at 9:30 in the morning. I actually got there earlier because I set up, but I started demos at 9:30 in the morning, and basically went all the way until 5:20 p.m. running demos with very few lulls in between. I did get lunch. I did go to the bathroom. I was not one of those insane people who, like, never leaves their demo tables. But that was a pretty solid, I don't know how many hours, probably like 7 or 8, of just so many people playing Snack 28. It was so cool to see people, like, pick it up and learn it and know what they were doing, by, like, round 2, round 3. Some people said this was their first skirmish game that they had ever played. A couple of kids played it. there was like one uh one family who came by, or like maybe a group of people, and it looked more like they were there to support like their partners who were coming in, because they put me in the same room as Trench Crusade, which I felt so intimidated by. There were Trench Crusade demos running, and I'm over here silly Candyland board. But like their partners went to go check out the Trench Crusade stuff. And these two women were like standing by watching another demo happen. And they seemed to be picking up on the rules just by watching. To like the point where there were a couple of cannibalism rolls that happened, and they were cheering because they really wanted to see one of the minis eat another mini, which is nothing. It's functionally the same as a miniature dying and then being taken off the board. But it's cool because that's like the mechanic that I was like, this might be enough to write a game around, and to have people be like that be the hype moment was so cool. Yeah, I mean, Taryn from Conjured Craft played a demo and was like, I want to make a Snack 28 board now, because seeing like what an immersive game is like it hits different, you know? And like the we have Snack 28 at home isn't gonna hit the same. But like rules that I had written because people kept asking, like, oh, can I do a shield bash? Or oh, what if I throw a weapon? Like stuff that I just put in and my playtesters never really used because a situation didn't come up where we cared to use it. Um Came up in like the test games, not the demos. Like people wanted to throw weapons, people wanted to do a shield bash and knock someone off from a high piece of terrain and fall. um Seeing that happen was it was incredible. Like it was just the coolest thing. I ran out of demos to give to people. I ran out like copies of the game. I ran out of 3D prints that I had brought along. I ran out of casts because every person that I gave them to, so like Casey from eBay Miniature Rescues and Goobertown Brent, and I gave one to Sam Lenz, and I gave one to Witty, and I gave one to I think I gave one to Billion Dollar Clown Farm, and I gave one to Nick and Taryn and Louise Sugden too. Anyone who I offered one to, none of them said no. They were all excited and thought the miniature was cool in like a way that didn't feel fake, because I'm sure people with channels get asked like to take miniatures all the time. um but yeah, Casey like said that he might play it with his kid, and so many people who came up to demo kept saying, oh, my kid or my partner will like this. And I got a couple of messages that was like, I showed this to my partner and now they're interested in playing war games. I got a message from someone who was like, I've been trying to get one of my friends into skirmish games forever. And they finally said they'll try this one out because they like that it's Candy People and they're like a children's librarian and they think that would be cool. And like stuff like that. I'm apparently a very popular game with people's kids or partners. But yeah, that was overwhelming for demo day one, and I was fucking so tired. But so many people still wanted demos that I did more on day two as well, but I tucked myself away in the grim dark alley, and that didn't make any difference. I still was busy running demos. I had to I had to start turning people away because my brain was just jelly and I couldn't do it anymore. Um but yeah, Snack 28 got an insane amount of love, and I wasn't expecting that like so many people would compliment the board or think that it was cool or want to play a game. I certainly there was no reality in my mind in which I would have to turn people away from demos. I thought I would be lucky if anyone really wanted a demo at all. Um and uh yeah, I don't have the words to put into it, because like you hope that you've made something that is fun, but when you see people who are absolutely like not wargamers, um like rolling dice and laughing and having a good time because you made something that is easy to learn, and they're not bogged down with the mechanics or anything like that, um I don't know, like it, all of the stuff that I designed it to do, the fact that I was like, no, I don't want to put more complicated math. No, I don't want like half cover or falling or like complicated up and down terrain rules. Um, no, I don't want abilities that use like templates and stuff. Like all the things that I said no to because I worried that they would be complicated and slow a game down, because I was very much thinking about every barrier to entry for like war games that I'd encountered. Like it worked. It made sense and it was simple and easy to learn because there wasn't any of that stuff going on. Like I wasn't sure about having it be simplified to that degree if it would work for like a wide audience of not just beginners but people who had definitely gotten their skirmish game reps in. And it's one thing for your play testers and your play testers and friends to tell you that your game is good. It's another thing entirely to have complete strangers be so interested and so kind and visibly having so much fun playing your game. I just, it was the coolest thing. I can't remember the last time I put like effort into something that was exhausting. Like when I was done demoing on the first day, I was very much done. Like I was exhausted and had to go back to my hotel room and decompress and like have a meal. Like I was out for a little while. Um and I'd only associated really that level of tiredness with like being exhausted from job or like drama in the world or something like that. To have that instead come from just genuinely working the hardest that I could to show something that I was proud of to people is really wild. I don't have that make sense in my brain still. Um but yeah, that like an incredible first demo day, and then for a second demo day I was sitting further away from like the majority of the crowds and just hanging out with people that I was like more familiar with. I would say that like the Grimdark Alley crew I had at least um like seen before, or new names, or had seen hanging out with other groups of people. um but like I took a photo. There's a photo that I have that I will probably never post publicly just because this is for me. This is for me to keep. Um but someone I had never met before, and I want to say he asked me to call him by his last name, which I think is Fielder, but I may be mixing him up with a different person who I'd also never met before, who played a Snack 28 demo on the same day. Wanted to get a game in, and at the same time, Witty wanted to get a game in. So they played each other, and I walked them through the demo, and like they were having so much fun. Witty got really into the cannibalism mechanic and literally ate every other model, including the monster, on the board. Just absolutely tore up. Like, I didn't know that you could have a perfect game in Snack, but I think Witty had about as close to a perfect game as you could get. Um, but like, her opponent wasn't mad about losing. Like, you know that frustration when you don't roll well or something like that? Because there were a ton of just people whose dice rolls were not treating them kindly. But I didn't see that, like, damn, I want to quit this now, or that frustration. Like, it was always just laughing it off or being like, yep, that's how it goes sometimes. But like, that game was so much fun. Demoing it was so much fun. The two opponents were great. There was a crowd of like 8 people gathered around, and I asked asked someone to take a photo. I think it was Jay. Because I was like, I know I want to remember this moment for literally forever. And yeah, it's so cool. It was so cool. Um, I got to talk with Louise Sugden about Snack 28, and so many people were coming up to me while I was demoing Snack 28 and talking about how they couldn't find my models in the display case because while I was busy doing all of my demos and stuff, the pieces that I had painted for Golden Demon got disqualified and removed by GW, and I can't tell you why because the people, like the employees running the booth who are not making decisions, were not given a reason why and could not get one, and it is unreasonable for them to expect to know how the Golden Demon judging process works. But like people were like, I'm gonna fight them for you, we're gonna riot, and I'm just here hardly caring because I am having the time of my life watching people um enjoy my game so thoroughly um that it hardly registered. Pretty much the only thing that made me sad about not having my fuck you, Cameron. Pretty much the only thing that made me upset about not having my miniatures in the case is that I knew Louise Sugden was a fan of my ice cream nights, and I was hoping that that she might get to see them um and like, you know, that was a slight sadness. But as I was going to pick up my knights from Golden Demon on the pickup day, I'm in the queue, and Louise has stopped by to view the Golden Demon entries, and we see each other and we wave because we've talked to each other. And like as we were talking previously when she was at the Monument Hobbies booth, she had said something about like it being nice to meet internet friends in real life, and I said something like it's so nice to hear that you consider me a friend. Because I would like to think the same of you. And like that was just a nice confirmation because obviously she's meeting like so many people. And you want to think like you don't want to be parasocial about anything. But her and I have definitely had conversations on Instagram and like a couple of chats in her server, but nothing like, you know, we've never met in person. It's just it's nice to hear that that is the same level that you consider someone on. Um so like yeah, we waved her into the line because we were basically there to we were basically at the front of the line to pick them up, and I asked if she'd like to see them because they were disqualified, and she was really excited about it. And she said nice things about it, and she took a little video of them as well, and said that it was silly that GW didn't display them and stuff like that. Um, so that was really cool. Like what am I supposed to do? Like even the thing that made me slightly sad about not having them displayed was resolved by just a quirk of fate of people being in the room at the same time. Um, I just I really had the best time. I I've certainly had a lot of encouragement from like friends and stuff. People who um people who I've asked to be kind to me because I definitely need that just as a person. Um but like yeah, your friends aren't going to be a jerk about your art or anything like that. But to have a genuine community of people that you hold in high esteem, people who are your peers and your friends, um who would have like it's kind of like when you if you were trying to like tell your mom or something that you got platinum on Bloodborne, and it would like you 100%ed a game, and like she might not really get what that means, but telling that to like a gaming community or something like that, and having people like get how difficult that is a different, it's a different kind of celebratory like thing, because you know that the people that you're talking to like understand what it is that you did. um I don't think I've ever had like an outpouring of that in excess for um anything that I've done in my life ever. I don't think I don't think I've ever felt so celebrated for something that I made. And it is not something that I can eloquently put into words, but it was really cool and I liked it a lot. Um it was very, very cool. Uh and very overwhelming. And on the last day that I was there, I was like, everybody was leaving at various points in time, but a lot of us had just gathered in the grimdark alley um to say our goodbyes and stuff like that. Uh, and I didn't know exactly when I would be leaving because like Lila drove me and was like, I didn't know, we didn't connect on a firm schedule. It was just kind of like, yeah, whenever we're ready to leave. So I'm just hanging around and saying goodbye to people and like talking, and everybody's tired but in that like good kind of satisfied, we've had our con and we've done like as much as we can do, and this is just a day where this is it and we're gonna like relax and you know, just really chill hangouts. um but when I was like, all right, like I got a text from Lila and it was like it was time to go. um I don't know who all was there. There were so many people um just hanging out. um I hugged a bunch of them goodbye. And then I don't know who started it, but if I ever find out, I'm not I'm 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 probably not ever going to be able to forgive them for how kind it was, but um they all started chanting my name and that was really cool. um yeah, my proper name that I worked so hard to get. um as a person, I've never been celebrated like that before. I don't ever think, not by a crowd, certainly. And I've never heard my name in that context before. And it felt really cool and really good. And it made me cry then. It's making me cry now. It was so cool. Everybody was so kind. It was a really freaking good Adepticon. I was very anxious before that it wouldn't be. The stuff is cool. It's definitely the reason people show up. We want to buy cool miniatures and see cool things and play cool games. Um, I didn't think my stuff was gonna be a part. I did pick a very chantable name, yeah. I didn't realize that. That was not a factor. Um, but yeah, like I didn't think my game was ever gonna be part of the cool shit that happens at Adepticon. I think it absolutely was. I'm sure that like I'm just sure it's gonna be mentioned in someone's video. Like I just don't have an anxiety or a doubt about that. I did something cool and someone's gonna talk about it. I don't know if everyone's gonna talk about it. Like, I don't know if Sam Lenz is ever gonna paint the Snack 28 miniature that I gave him, but when I gave it to him, he said he was honored, and he was like, this will be an interesting painting challenge for me. And he liked the miniature and he spun it around and thought it was cool. Like, that's not nothing. This guy's probably seen a zillion miniatures from so many companies of so many people wanting one of the best painters in the world to take a look at their sculpt. Um I just I don't know what to do. Celebrated is not something that I ever even thought I could want to be. Like, there was never a part of me that thought that that was like a thing that could happen. Like, it wasn't even on my radar of possibility of stuff that I wanted to experience. So it's so cool and rad that arguably the people who I would want to cheer me on the most in like a professional capacity, not that I do this well enough to make a living off of, but it's certainly like the thing that I have put the most work into. Um, Celebrating the thing that I'm probably proudest that I made is uh is really really cool. And Snack 28 works. Like, it just works. I tested it on so many demos and people and stuff like that. And like, there weren't any real hitches or hiccups. I made these I can show them to you actually. I should. Hang on. Let me take a second. Oh, I made these laminated character cards so that people could track their HP, cuz I always hate when I have a really complicated character sheet when I'm playing a demo, and I'm like, I don't want this. And I knew that the like special ability, if people didn't have access to seeing that very clearly, they weren't going to use it. They weren't going to know what it was. They weren't going to be able to see what it did. And then once you like devour someone else's model and gain their ability, if you can't clearly see what their ability is, you're never going to use it because you don't know what it is, and it's not easy to reference. So I brought expo markers thinking, oh, maybe they'll write like their abilities on the back and front. Um but people were very much like, "No, you're dead. Give me your character sheet." And snatching them from each other and like using them, and like the HP tracking was really really convenient and easy to do, even though it's just -1 or 2. Um 2 at the most if you use the one ability that does that. Like, but yeah, for the most part it's -1 or +1. But yeah, fucking snack pilled. I actually remember my own rules and abilities. That's wild. But yeah, like, even things like that I had considered, a lot of people were like, the laminated cards are very good and more people should do that at demos. And yeah, all of the stuff that I brought to an art pop-up that didn't sell was I mean, I did give it away for free, but people kept asking me if I had copies of Snack 28 to sell, or if I was selling the miniatures or things like that. And I just wanted, like, what I had, I tried to give away to people. A couple um people still shoved money into my hands because people in the grimdark hallway are wild, and they're people with the least money to give and the most desire to give you a $5 bill. It's great. Um it's so kind. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Every anxiety I had about how this could go wrong was silly. Um
nothing went wrong. Uh, nothing really went wrong at all. All of the demos were great. And whether people won or lost or anything like that, like people didn't care. They were having a good time. Um I got to eat lunch like pretty much every day just by happenstance with Nick from Niche Crafts, who, like, one of my goals for the con was to hang out with Nick more because I regretted not doing it at the previous Adepticon. And we had some, like, just great conversations with each other. And I definitely see him as a very good friend now. I got to meet people from my server, like Dueling, who I had never met before, who was freaking cool to hang out with. Like, you and your partner were just always around, and it was like, yeah, these are these are new people, but they're part of the group, and it's great. I got to watch Roz go absolutely ape shit at the bits trading event. Like, Jesus Christ. What could there ever have been an event more specifically tailored to Roz's interests? I do not think so. Um and I also got to see how many people appreciate Roz's generosity, because Roz, for those who might not know, is the person who gave me the night that I painted first, the mint chocolate chip night, which I never actually displayed at Golden Demon until this year when I attempted to display it, and they said and they pulled it from the case, so I guess was briefly displayed at Golden Demon. But the ice cream nights as a whole would not exist if Roz had never just placed in my hands a fully assembled knight with no strings attached and been like, I just want you to have this. Um, which is incredibly generous because those are like $120 Games Workshop models that Roz had every reason and right to just, resell if she ever didn't want it. Um, but instead I got that, and I'd always appreciated that and kept it in my mind that, like, this is a hobby where generosity goes a long way. To see then everybody also get to appreciate Roz's extreme generosity. Like, it was so fun because Nick from Niche Crafts has, like, painted no GW models because just genuinely, like, way too expensive, is suddenly just like, I have so many bits now. I have so many bits and can do so many more cool projects. Um, when they were giving away GW paints, watching my friends tear off after them and come back with gallon Ziplocs full of paint, being like, "Yeah, I grabbed contrast paint because I've never bothered buying them because they're so damn expensive." Like, just suddenly everybody had everything that they needed and more to excess. Like, we all had more in, like, not a capitalist overconsumption way, although I'm sure Roz's credit card bill will disagree with that. But in just like a Christmas morning kind of way, where or maybe like Halloween, where you're just trading candy with your friends and everybody has so much just because they've been given so much candy with no strings attached, and you have more than you could ever eat, so it doesn't matter that you're giving it away to people, or you're finding out that somebody in the group, me, likes Almond Joys, and just being like, oh, yeah, they hate Kit Kats and love Almond Joys, and everybody's just passing shit around. And you get the name brand candy that you couldn't afford before, like, because you're a kid and you have $12. It's great. It's something like that. I can't adequately describe how fun that was. Um, but yeah, like, Snack 28 is probably never going to take off in a way where I could support myself with its income, but that is also um completely fine and valid. It has hit the way I think I didn't even know I could want it to. Um, and it is genuinely going to bring new and interesting and cool people into the hobby, because people kept telling me my partner is going to love this or my kids are going to love this. Um, and I think that's way cooler than if it had just been wargamers who liked it. Because like in a way, I guess that's who I designed it for because I very much tailored it to my own interests, but I tried to take out all the parts of war games that were complicated for me. Cuz I don't think I like crunch in games. And I took out all the math because I wanted to play a game where I wouldn't have to worry about math like ever. Um Turns out it's impossible to completely eliminate math from war games because you do have to usually roll dice and you have to track health uh to kill things. But we got about as close as we could to getting all math out of the game. It didn't die completely, but it got damn close. Um yeah. Yeah, it's wild. I am so grateful to everybody who played a demo or said something nice about the board or just like encouraged me to make my weird stupid candy game. Um I'm really grateful to Cameron who's in this chat who bullied me into doing a lot of the work and kept reminding me to finish the stuff and fix stuff that I was putting off because I was nervous and didn't know how to fix it. Um who would just talk it out with me so that we could figure things out. Um, and then who I could have playtest because watching you playtest my game with your very cool girlfriend who's a lot more strategic and good at the combat-y math crunch of games was extremely helpful. You've also formatted it so that it didn't look like shit. And that's really sick. And you like Cameron knew without asking that on the one sheet of rules that we were going to hand out to players um to put Snack 28 art and also my little statement in the book about like I didn't want to say like anything super aggressive like fuck off in my actual zine. So I just worded a very nice like don't be a jerk. This game was made by queer people kind of statement. And that still fit on the one sheet with art. Dueling, you are cool. You are cool. I'm sorry no one's ever called you cool before. But like, yeah, Cameron just got it. Cameron's a great editor. But I made this game. I really did. I didn't make it alone, but all of the hard work was parts that I did, and I ran all of the demos. And I'm never going to be the person running all of the demos again because that's way too exhausting. But I definitely ran like at least I would comfortably say 25 games of Snack 28 at Adepticon 2025. And I played it so much that I now just want to make cool Snack 28 stuff and I don't want to play my game for like a couple of weeks cuz I've certainly outplayed it. But yeah, I had a really good Adepticon and it was a really different Adepticon than I had ever had before. Um Sorry, I don't remember what I was talking about or what people had questions about before I started getting really emotional about stuff, and I do apologize for that in general. But yeah, there's no way for me to talk about how cool this all was without a lot of feelings about it. Uh, Good feelings, all of them very very good feelings, but feelings I've not figured out what to do with yet. I definitely have an absolutely massive I don't think you can still call all sorts a miniature. Um but I have that now. Have all this. I bought so like I purchased so few things. I didn't even go to the GW booth. I didn't go in the GW room with all of the GW stuff. I just bought cool shit from creators that I liked. Um except for like I guess the Rumble Slam mini because I don't know if TT Combat is a big company or not, but yeah, and I guess Pro Acryl, but like I bought that because Louise made those paints. Um, but yeah, I'm very happy about Adepticon. I want to go eat some pasta and put all of these stickers on my hobby room doors, and I can't keep talking because I'm all emotional and it's embarrassing. Um, so I gotta go. But thank you all for being here and for being supportive and happy Trans Day of Visibility to all those who celebrate, which should be everybody because you should either be an ally if you're trans, you celebrate by default, and people who are jerks don't hang out on this stream, so it's not a problem. But thank you all for being here and for being encouraging. And I don't know when I'll stream again next, but I'm glad I got to show you all the dumb shit that I bought. So thank you and goodbye and be kind to each other.